Hey everyone. If you heard or didn't hear, ChatGPT just released their newest image generation model, and I just wanted to play around with it. And I figured while I do so, I'm going to test it against other tools. One of the things they noted in their video that I thought was pretty interesting was that it would have a great text to the text would be perfect. And I'm curious to see how well it's going to do on that front, because previously I've liked to use ideogram because that has worked out the best for me. But I just want to do a couple of test cases to see how it's going to do. So let's see. For this, so I'll do this. Right now, I'm going to create a live webinar, and I want you to help me build out a thumbnail. And here's the title, and give me the description. Okay, so I want it to give me a good description before I ask it to generate an image, because I find that when the AI gives me the image, like the description, usually that's going to be much better than me asking for the image myself. And normally when I've done this in the past and it gives me this type of thumbnail ideas and then I say create it, it is usually not so good. Okay, so let's see. So here's the let's create it. Let's see how well it's going to do. On the demo that they showed, it created everything with perfect text accuracy. Hopefully that's the case also. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the updated model or not. Because when I tried it on my phone, it's very interesting because I'm not sure if this is the actually updated one, because when I tried it on my phone, it was like a slower progression, like it was in the demo. So if I start a new chat. Well, it's pretty cool. It's giving me a lot of questions to ask so that it can be tailored. Just create. See, it's doing this, which makes me think that I don't think it's the updated model, which is weird. So then maybe when I get access to it on my computer, see this, but this is an example of when I run into issues. Like when I try to do things and things aren't working, I just kind of try to troubleshoot it and see why is it working or not working. Let's see. Let me try on my phone. I'm trying to do the same image prompt on my phone to see what happens. Let's see here. See, if you see here, when I created it on my phone, I was able to get me to create this type of image, which is pretty cool to see. So I was just like, okay, create me an infographic about growing and lessons for following on LinkedIn. And here are section 1, section 2, section 3. And then it created this image. And in the past, it was not able to do such a good image, especially with the text. But I'm not sure why it's working only in my phone and not my computer. Let's see. Edit this to. See if it switches back to the other model or not. Okay, yeah, so for some reason, the image generation, the new model is working on my iPhone, but I currently have a PC and it's not working on my laptop. So maybe it just didn't roll out to my account yet. But this is what I was able to generate with the new image model on my phone. And this is pretty incredible, especially from where it's been. Because let's try. So in the past, I've always loved to use Ideogram to create infographics. So now let's compare what I tried to build here, and I'll put it into Ideogram. And we'll see how that plays out. And I like using Boodlebox because they have basically all the image generation tools. So let's test out this prompt and see how it goes, how it does against these different ones. Thanks, Sam. Do you know, are you able to access the new model on your computer yet? Okay, let's see what Videogram did. Okay, grow your LinkedIn following, and then it did mess up the text because it was pretty complex. So, okay, now so that was the Dolly one. So let's now go to Flux. See how that does. I really did want to play around with the new generation model, but hopefully it will start working on my laptop soon. Okay, this is Flux Pro. How to grow your LinkedIn following, lessons from the trenches. And then yeah, here the text still it's not really so legible, but it's pretty cool graphics. Let's see, stable diffusion. Nope, also not good. Let's see, stable diffusion, SD, so. Yeah, not even close. Okay. Let me see if I can get this working. No, it's still using Dolly. Let's see. Just for reference, this is the home page of the image generation model, that it's able to be a lot more realistic and useful and a lot more consistent. The text should be a lot better. You're able to go back and forth with it a lot more. And I was excited to try it out right now, but running into a few issues. But they also said something about Sora that let's see. their model would be better also. So let's see if maybe that changed at all. If anyone's using a PC computer, are they able to see if the new model is working on their computer? Seconds, 2 versions. Okay, we'll send that off, and then maybe let's do create me a description to put into Sora of a person on a real estate open house walking through the house. Give me the text that I can put into the text to video generation model for this scene. Because I know Sora in the past, it was cool to play around with, but when I was actually trying to create realistic videos, that's a bit hard. So let's do 1080. Ratio. Let's do 5 seconds. Let's see this one. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's better than before. Nope, it's still using the dolly. That's annoying. Let's see how it's going to do on this. Looks okay. I really want to play with this. These are some of the just images it generated. But I will definitely share more detail once we get access to it. Let's see. Here's also some of the more realistic styles that it was able to generate. So this is something we definitely have not seen with OpenAI before. This was always like cartoony, or the text was not so good. But this does look a lot better. Let's see. See, this looks like a bit cartoony, but should be more realistic. But one other things that people didn't always know about was even in this, you were able to edit the pictures. Let's say you could highlight this and say, make this card out. That's just a feature that a lot of people don't know about, that you could actually edit the photos once it is created within ChatGPT. And I'm assuming that's the case with the new model. But this was definitely something that was pretty cool. Let's see how this does. So it seems like there might be a couple of errors going on, because it was just announced that the new model was dropped. So I'm assuming if there are a lot of people trying it out, there might be a few glitches. Come on. I would hate to have to do this whole live and then not be able to try out the new model. Oh, this is still using Dolly, because the other one is like a slow drop down. Oh wait. Maybe I just got access. Okay, yeah, this is the new model. Okay. Okay, now let's go back and get that other prompt. Okay, maybe I just got it. If anyone has any questions, they could write it in the chat and I could try it out. This is the new model. Let's see how well it performs. So this is actually really good. Like, no other model that I've tried from scratch with this type of consistency. The text, everything spelled correctly. This is really good. And I just showed how lessons from, okay, that's a little off. Okay, but everything else, where we went to every other chat, you could see here, like this was not good from SDXL. This was Stable Diffusion. This one was Flux Pro. So like the bigger words, it got good, but then as it got smaller, it started messing up. And here was Ideogram. And here was probably the best one that's closest. But now, like this is way better. Now let's go back to our other prompt where we were trying to make a webinar thumbnail. Okay. So this was for this webinar right now. Let's see how well it does for creating this image. So I asked before, just give me a description on what I could do for this webinar. And then it gave me this. And the first time it didn't work because I guess I didn't have access to it before. And then now it seems like I finally got access. And let's see how it works for thumbnails, because I'm finding that even when I create YouTube videos or videos, the thumbnail is really the hardest part unless you want to do something on Canva and really put a lot of work into it. So that's why I've been loving Ideogram, just for the text being spelled correctly. But if this could start spelling everything correctly now, that would be amazing. This is pretty good. Let's see how good. Optimize this for YouTube. Okay, the L is a bit off, but this is really good. This is much better. Okay, so now I asked it, this is how like you interact with AI. You go back and forth. If you like something or you don't like something, then you have that conversation and ask it to generate again. So I got an image. I'm like, okay, how could I optimize this? And then now it's going to give me tips on how to make it better. So then once it's done, I'm going to be like, okay, make me the new thumbnail with your suggestions. And like this is the iterative process that people need to do to get better at using AI. Let's see if it's a better image. Maybe Sora is now different also. Oops. 10 seconds. It loves the rocket ship. Now it's probably going to start adding rocket ships to everything. That's great. Live demo, OpenAI 4.0. OpenAI just killed Midjourney. This changes everything. Like, this is really good. Like, that would be a great thumbnail. And I'm not an expert at thumbnails, but this is way better than I've been able to create. So that is really good. So now let's say give me the description. So now I'll put this into Ideogram again and see what it does. Okay. Google Box, bots, image generation. Let's see how this does. Okay, this is Ideogram. And then we'll do Flux Pro next. Okay, that's also pretty good. And okay, so that's wrong. That changes everything. So that's also really good. For reference, this was that one. This is ideograms. Let's see, Flux. Also, I created my own image generator using Ideogram, but I fine-tuned it a bit. I'm curious how that does. Generate image. Okay, this is Flux Pro. Not as good, didn't follow everything. Let's see, stable diffusion. Let's see here. Okay, let's don't even get the spelling correct. Prompt. Tries to enhance the prompt. That's going to work too much. Okay, this is really realistic, but no text at all. And let's see, stable diffusion, SDXL. No text at all. Here. Yep, that's no text either. Let's see, is this done? It's pretty good, I guess. I didn't really give it much to work with. Let's see. Walking through a house. Let's see. Couch. Let's see how that works out. Let's see. Give me. Okay, so now let's just play around with it. One thing I did want to do recently is I actually wanted to update my logo. It is kind of threw it together. So let's see if that could help me do that. This is my logo right now, and I want to know if you could help me make it better. Let's see what I can do. Let's go back here. So yeah, I don't know. They have not got good at like their like reality. Like you see the person just goes right through the couch and disappears. And that's something I've found that happens a lot with Sora, that when I try to create the videos, it just doesn't make sense at all. And I'm not sure why it keeps on doing that, but that has been one of the major drawbacks when I try to create things with Sora, is that a lot of scenes always have something that absolutely makes no sense. Let's see. Okay, so what did it say for my logo? Key traits. Create for me a futuristic design. Well, I never liked voice to text, and then something else I created randomly through Cursor actually is my own voice to text model. So here, it actually will send it to OpenAI on the back end. I want to create a futuristic logo based on my company name, which is the AI Consulting Network, and give me a cool logo based on the above. And then in the live stream, they actually asked to give it to them without a background, so it could be leveraged in more places. I want to try that. Whatever it gives me, I'm just gonna say give it to me. I'm definitely going to strategize on how to update my logo and see what I could get. That's pretty cool. Even though that's not probably what I'm going to go for at the end result, but even to get this far, and then I could really iterate based on this, and then kind of get something pretty cool. I'm definitely going to play around with that. Let's see what it does based on this logo. Okay, I changed it to open black and white, remove background. So let's say if I want to use it on other places and then download it. It's a PNG file. That's really solid. I was not able to get anything near this in the older models. I just feel like this is too much. Let's see if it's able to remove the background. It says use Dolly. And it did it. It's pretty cool. So now you could really download this and open it. And then now, see here. This is what just downloaded. So now, yeah, you have your new logo. But I'm not going to use this. But this is the image it generated without the background. Now you can leverage it wherever, which is really cool. Okay. I'm sure that system is glitching a little bit. Let's see. Create an image for me of a person walking in a forest, and there are trees above, and there's a sunset in the background. See, the way that I did my voice to text was that it kind of just automatically fixes all the grammar once I'm done speaking. I actually created my own Chrome extension through Cursor, which was pretty cool, and I don't know how to code, and AI walked me through all the steps. And that's one of the remarkable things about AI, and just the more you play around with it, the more you see what it's capable of. Okay, I'll just do random images, and if anyone has any samples they want me to try out, but this should be available to everyone. They said it's going to be released to the Pro, the Plus, and the free users, so everyone can just try it out themselves. And I want to see if you can also edit these images. Okay, this is pretty good. Let's make him see here. I want to make this drag. Let's see what happens. It's really good. Like, it was not able to get this good of a detail before that. Also, is it downloading in PNG? That's also great. Before, it was not downloading as PNG files, which is very annoying to convert to upload into other systems, but now it seems like it is going to be a PNG file when you click download. Let's see what it does. So yeah, it is a lot slower, but I think the trade-off is fine. As long as at the end of the day, it's going to give me an image that is good, I don't mind if it's a bit slower, because if it's really quick and it gives me an image that I'm not able to work with, then that's just annoying. Okay, so far so good. Well, that's really good. Okay, because it said now you could chat with it back and forth, and then it will change the image. Okay, so now I'm going to say, okay, make those edits and improve picture. Okay, here's the first one. Here's the edit. Also, here's the top. Pretty similar. One branch, two branch, one branch, two branch. Yeah, it is staying consistent between pictures, which that's good. It's really cool. It did a pretty good job with this. Now I'm thinking, wow, this is really good. It's cool. Let's see. Okay. Just take a random image. Let's see what it does. Over here. Let's say this was someone's house. Can you put a for sale sign front on more. So let's see how it does with an existing picture. Let's see, you can create a brochure for an open house based on the image you provided me, like a one-page image that I can give out to people with details about the house. You can make it up for this purpose right now, but I want to see the concept. Okay, that's what we're going to do next. Okay, similar sound. It's pretty good. Got the flag. That's really good. Okay, so here, mess up this a little bit, but I broken fire details. That's incredible. That's really good. Even got like this stuff in the background. That's amazing. I'm gonna be playing with this for a while. Okay, so now let's see what it does for this. Like, I think whoever creates the best model that could get all of the spelling correct, that's been the biggest struggle, easily by far, with all of these models where you want to have a lot of small text or detail and you want to create. So if you wanted to do that previously, you would have to either do it through Canva or Ideogram for bigger models, for bigger pictures, or like less text. But hopefully this does change the game and will make creating content, thumbnails, cover photos, everything a lot simpler. Because if you're already doing all the work within ChatGPT, then let's say, okay, you could create a description with GPT 4.5 or go to O1 Pro or O1, and then you could switch to 4.0 to create the image. So you could just switch back and forth between these models and just stay within one platform instead of switching back and forth between different platforms. That's incredible. See, like if you're if you're in real estate, like let's say you have a picture of your house and you want to showcase it. So let's say this is just a picture I got from Google, and then I said put a for sale sign in it. But if you could just take a picture of the front of any house, and now you could just start making so much content around advertising the house. I think this is such a game changer for brokers. It's really any industry that you want to focus on, but just how I got from this to this to this, which is nearly perfect, and it looks almost identical. This is pretty incredible. So let's say like even take this a step further of material generated for so let's see, we go this, let's say we're give me images of the above, 4 of them in corners. I can't see them. So let's see how well it does. Based on that. Let's see. It doesn't let me create multiple at once. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I didn't get this text correctly. But even to get this far, like, let's see. I think it's the last one to do. But as you can see, it's definitely much better, and it seems like it is competing now with the better models in terms of graphics, in terms of text. So I'm definitely going to play it around a lot more, and it seems like the use cases are really vast, especially if you're working with videos, images. It's really so many use cases. Okay, so for everyone looking, I started off with this picture from Google Images, made the for sale sign. It got this text wrong, then created this. Then I asked for other materials, and it created these 4 pictures where it got the text a little wrong, which I didn't give it exact instructions, so I do feel like it would have done better. Wait, oh, see. It may be doing this just because I didn't give it the English. It might just be filling out random text. That's what it is. So this should be the final one. Hopefully it gets it correct and we end on a good note. Okay, about the home. Okay, what is on? Okay, changed it. And the home has been maintaining its consistency throughout. So that is very impressive, because normally when you try to recreate pictures, it does constantly change. So the consistency is very cool, how it is recreating the same house every single time with that flag in it every single time. Flag, flag, flag. Yep, let's see here. Okay. It's charming for a bedroom, 2 bed. Yeah, that's all correct. And there you have it. That's very cool. So for everyone still watching, in the beginning, yeah, I didn't have access, but overall, this model seems very cool, and the text is great, and it seems like you can do a lot with this model, and it's definitely going to compete with Ideogram, Flux, Midjourney, and all of these models. I mean, this one I really think is, because of the text, is going to be so great, especially when I did the logo. And I'm not sure what update they did with Sora. They did say they did an update to Sora. I have to look into what that is. But overall, very impressive, and I would highly recommend everyone to check it out. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a message. Hope everyone has a great day.